You spent some time, and you know what? You spent some of your time, and maybe some of us spent a whole lot of time on something that really isn't all that necessary to your survival. The hair on your head. Maybe you washed it today, or maybe you just rinsed it out. Maybe you got 2 or 3 different kinds of goop or spray or oil or something else and did it all around. Maybe even took some instruments and kind of twisted it around and whooped it up. And then you got these rakes and you started raking things through it and, doing all that stuff. It's not all that important. You could live without your hair. I'm a testimony to that. In progress. You probably did not spend a lot of time, attention, certainly not as much, probably, as you did on your hair, as on your big toe. It's just that big toe on each of your feet, if you got them both. But if you don't have them both, then you know where I'm going with this. Do you recognize how difficult it is to walk without your big toes? Ask someone who has experienced that. You have to learn to walk all over again. That big toe that we just stuff in the sock and stuff in the boot, it is critically important to your being able to walk correctly. We don't give it much honor, and yet it's very important. But this stuff on top of our head, which really isn't very important, man, we spend money on that stuff, right? And Paul is saying, how does that apply to the church? You know what? There are ministries and points of grace in this fellowship that you know nothing about. And yet if that point of grace was not here, you would know it. You would know it. That's the idea Paul is trying to teach us about the body. That it isn't about what gift do I have? Is it like my hair that I can make it blow in the breeze? Or am I just stuck with a big toe ministry? It doesn't, nobody gets to really, He wants us to understand that it isn't about how much exposure you get. It's about being obedient unto the Lord and allowing His grace to work in us and through us.